Tonight on WFA Reborn, the WFA Heavyweight Championship is on the line in a triple threat match. Superfan John Austin, Scott Reed, and Moshpit. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. Massive main event on hand here tonight on WFA Reborn. We thank you for joining us as always. But first, in our opening contest, we've got two young upstarts in the WFA scene about to tear down the house.
Introducing first, standing at the perfect height, weighing in at the perfect weight. He is a gift sent from the heavens. God, creation, Jariel Rivera.
You can't argue with the fact that we are in the presence of perfection. We have seen Jariel Rivera before here in the WFA, but not with this new attitude he seems to have taken on. And how can you doubt when you see the pristine physique that this man possesses? Nothing but hard work. A premier athlete if there ever was. And you see why he calls himself God's greatest creation. The man is stacked. And his opponents, no slouch himself. Another man returning to WFA, and we are excited to have him back.
And that's on period.
And the crowd absolutely loves Armani Kayos, who went toe-to-toe with Sean Keegan in a barn burner. Both wrestlers impressed management, and we will be seeing Sean Keegan as well, as I understand it, in the future. But Armani Kayos set to go up against Jariel Rivera, two young stars with a lot of great promise here in this industry. And there is the bell to kick things off. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, our main event tonight, the Heavyweight Championship on the line. Superfan John Austin, our brand new champion, defending against Scott Reed and Moshpit, the former champion. Jariel Rivera missing the shot there, and Armani Kayos getting in his face, possibly getting in his head as he just made a mistake there. Armani waiting in the wings with the go behind, but oh man, nothing's going to stop a back elbow like that as Jariel applies the side headlock. Armani, though, looking for an escape, able to do so, but eating another strike courtesy of God's greatest creation, Jariel Rivera. He now brings him into the corner aggressively here. This new attitude. We'll see if it gets the job done here for Jariel Rivera in the WFA. Now shooting off the ropes. Armani eats the buckle, but Jariel eating the back elbow there, and Armani coming off with a nice springboard. Talk about getting in the face, getting in the head of his opponent, Armani Kayos, with some unique offense and driving Jariel into the canvas. Looking for the first cover of the match here, first cover of Reborn, and not even a one count. Rivera is put together. He is not going to let Armani get away with anything like that here tonight. Rivera able to escape fighting his carry position, and just again another aggressive strike here to subdue his opponent for a second and gain control back in this matchup. Armani, though, back and forth of these two right now. Neither man trying to let up any sort of advantage. And Jariel had plans to dump on his head. Armani, though, his athletic ability, they're able to escape. And look at that beautiful lucha springboard there, shooting Jariel into the ropes and pancaking him against that cable, slingshotting him back in the ring, and Armani again, double stomp. That could be it. Great flurry of offense, 2 in. No, Jariel still able to press Armani Kayos off his shoulders and escape that pinfall attempt. Looking forward to have these two in the future in WFA as they attempt to climb the ranks and cement themselves on the roster here. Armani looking again for some high-risk offense, but Jariel overpowering Armani Kayos and hot-shotting him in that top turnbuckle. You heard the crowd's response, and now a German suplex. And Jariel's strength seems to be working for him here. 2 in, almost a 3 there on Armani. And Jariel has that athletic ability. He's able to take those high-risk maneuvers. He's able to leap and springboard, but relying on his strength in this matchup seems to be the strategy. European uppercut in the corner with authority. Jariel now looking to seal the deal heel, perhaps. No, Armani again fighting, doing his best here. Jariel hanging onto the ropes. Delivering a solid kick to the face there. He really caught him right around that eye, and now a lariat sends Armani to the canvas for a second time here. Cover and kicking out, but just barely. Jariel knows he's getting close. He can feel it. He can sense the end. And now looking to close in, raining down with fists on the face of Armani Kayos. The crowd tries to will Kayos to his feet, trying to cheer him on here. Wait a minute, and maybe it worked because Armani Kayos was looking for something there. But Jariel again, just a brute force trying. What's here? Devastating forearms. Looks like to the midsection here. Curious what Jariel is setting up for here, as he can do anything he wants with Armani and probably any opponent he steps in the ring with. 2 in. Still Armani Kayos showing some fighting heart left in him here. Rivera, though, looking very impressive now as this match continues to unfold. Big future in the WFA with him as, Armani just rocks him with that chart buster, and now a kidney punch. But Armani again, too strong for Armani Kayos here. Now looking here, coming in the corner. Devastating. Smashing his face once again to that top turnbuckle. And again. Really seems to be focusing on the moneymaker of Armani Kayos here. But Kayos still getting that shoulder up, still kicking out. The crowd really behind Armani Kayos here tonight, but Jariel Rivera once again imposing his strength, keeping things under control and at a slow, methodical pace. Rivera now aggressively elbows to the chest, now getting in that chin lock. Referee checking to make sure it didn't slip underneath the throat. So far so good, checking on Armani to make sure he's still with us in this contest. You see Jariel aggressively applying that chin lock there, trying to keep Armani down as he now begins to look for a way to escape. This submission holds. And the crowd solidly behind them now. They want to see that pace quicken. They want to see Armani fight back with that unique offense we saw in the opening minutes of this contest. But so far, Jariel has managed to keep Armani grounded for a good portion of this contest. Look at these strikes now coming from Armani. Creates the distance needed here to gather himself. And now fireman's carry position, doesn't quite have all of it. Jariel, massive thrust to the throat there. Now shooting Armani to the far side, coming in, missing that clothesline. Armani, though, look at that cartwheel to evade the contact with his opponent. Now has Jariel up and beautiful spine buster. 2 in, almost. Jariel at the very last second getting that right shoulder up. So close and yet so far, as Armani Kayos now needs 3 more seconds to seal the deal there. But what is left in his repertoire? What can he still deliver? I think maybe, just maybe, we're about to find out here. Springboarding, but no, Jariel catches him on the middle rope. And looks like Armani just set himself up for some big trouble here. Here comes Rivera. Up and wait a minute, Armani countering there with a head scissors. Shooting Jariel into the corner. Now fireman's carry back in position where he had him in the first place. 2 up to the top floor and all catches him with the triple springboard moonsault, and that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. The Fantastic One with a fantastic performance. Armani Kayos is your winner here tonight in an epic encounter. And hopefully we're going to see more from these two. I wouldn't mind a rematch. It was that good. And just the beginning of what these two are capable of. Folks, if you want to check us out in the Concord, New Hampshire area, only one way to do it. Catch the following video to find out how. Elimination rules makes it just that much more interesting. The champion will technically have to be beat, unlike triple threat rules, in order to lose the championship. But the odds are definitely stacked against the ultimate underdog in the Superfan, John Austin, as he takes on 2 of the top elite athletes here in the WFA. Scott Reed, of course, recently off his victory over Brandon Locke, securing his ownership duties in the WFA, but passing off the day-to-day operations to our new general manager. But Scott Reed back in contention for the WFA Heavyweight Championship. He wears WFA with a badge of pride, and nothing would shine brighter than the Gold Championship title that he plans on winning tonight. One of the more popular stars, probably the most popular star here in the WFA. The fans have been with him since day one and appreciate all of his efforts here to bring the very best professional wrestling in Concord, New Hampshire. And the question is, are they going to be on his side tonight as we turn things up to an 11 here at the WFA Arena, because the former champion is making his way to the ring. And you hear that response. Talk about day one. Moshpit has been the face of the WFA, carrying that championship for well over a year, taking on any and all comers. He was promised a championship opportunity. However, the former champion Gull tried to no-show one too many times and was stripped of the championship. Moshpit hoping to bring back dignity, class, and effort all the way to the championship that he coveted for so long. I've never seen a man with so much heart, grit, and determination and respect for the letters he represents. He bleeds WFA. And we're going to find out tonight just how bad he wants that championship back around his waist. And our new champion won it in a battle royal, taking on all of the greatest, but somehow managed to survive and secure the gold title that is the WFA Heavyweight Championship. And the response that he received that night was out of this world. The ultimate underdog has won the big one. But now the real work begins in defending that championship, and we've talked plenty of times about the stacked roster of the WFA, the elite athletes that come. You see the WWE ID banners. The best and brightest there is to offer in North America are coming to the WFA, challenging for any and all championships. And John Austin, on his defense here tonight, is going to find out just how tough the competition really is. The fans love all three of these men, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they side with a specific athlete in this contest. Again, this is three-way elimination rules, and you see what's on the line tonight. It's for all the marbles. And nothing but respect between the three of these men. It is going to be a very sportsmanlike contest, however.
The challengers. First from Concord, New Hampshire, weighing at 205 pounds, he is the It Factor, Scott Reed. His opponent from the Province Underground, weighing at 221 pounds,
Great response for all three men here tonight. You heard the weight difference, though. John Austin just 150 pounds. Gives up a lot of weight, a lot of experience to these men. However, we have seen John Austin pull off miracles before, including winning that championship just a couple weeks ago. See all three men sizing each other up. Crowd is pumped for this one. They know that when the championship is on the line, they're going to get a show. As we see the veterans locking horns and Scott Reed and Moshpit as John Austin watches along. And wait a minute here, trying to get in. He doesn't want to be undervalued and overlooked. The man is the champion. Getting in the face. Oh, Moshpit lighting up Scott Reed there with a knife edge chop, waking him up here, and Scott Reed firing back with one of his own. John Austin, he can feel it from there, and wait a minute.
You did that last time. No, thank you. Have fun.
Oh, John Austin now bowing out after seeing those knife edge chops. Says, you want to play that game? Part of a new generation here. Oh, there we go. Moshpit and Scott Reed, a little bit older school. They really love those knife edge chops. Sort of a tough man contest in the professional wrestling world. And they are continuing to light each other up here. Bit of an ego stroke these strikes are. As John Austin continues to watch on the outside and stay out of this. He knows that he's going to need to endure a lot of physical punishment in this thing if he wants to remain heavyweight champion here tonight. Moshpit, though, looking to come off the ropes. Scott Reed catching it. No, Moshpit answering with a hip toss of his own. Scott Reed, though, with a high drop kick. And this thing just got taken to another level here. Moshpit blocking the arm drag, looking for the fireman's carry, maybe trying to look to finish this one off early so we can worry about John Austin, but Scott Reed says, Instead of coming off the ropes, looking for a pin, not getting it though from Mosh. Looking for the boot, Reed instead coming over. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful athleticism for Reed, but getting answered with a lariat from Moshpit. Great opening exchange from these two excellent athletes as Moshpit now sets his eyes on the champion. Asking to bring it in the ring. Champion obliges, comes off the far side though, had a plan, missing the boot there, but Scott Reed getting injected now. And now here's where the three-way comes into play. Gotta grow eyes in the back of your head here. John Austin, beautiful side headlock there. Trying to keep the pace under his control, looking to have both men in his clutches though, and is able to take them both over. Look at that. There is a reason he won that championship. It wasn't just luck alone. The kid has a lot of heart, has a lot of determination, wants to climb the ranks in the professional wrestling world, and right now he got knocked into the big leagues. And we're going to see just if he can hang with the best of them. You see Reed and Moshpit now on the outside continuing to exchange strikes, but you better watch out because here comes the champ, folks. Coming down hard with a crossbody over the top rope to the floor, sends both men crashing down. And now can John Austin collect the pieces here? Can he isolate the men? And able to eliminate at least one of them here, so he doesn't have to worry about both of them at the same time. Moshpit with a drop kick though sends John Austin to the floor. Moshpit again defended against absolutely everyone the WFA had to offer and always managed to find a way to walk away with that championship until it just became too much. The wear and tear of being a champion for multiple years really affected his body, really affected his psyche. He took some time away, came back a little quicker than I thought. However, so far has proven to be effective. And with the championship on the line, who knows what that man is willing to put himself through to secure a win. Oh, devastating Death Valley driver here with authority to John Austin. And Scott Reed breaking up the pin there. And remember, it is elimination rules. Moshpit dumped to the floor. Scott Reed looking to subdue the champion himself, perhaps. Trying to put the kid in place. Scott Reed was the trainer of Superfan John Austin before he stepped foot in the WFA ring, so curious to see if this is a little test, a little feeling out process to see if John Austin is indeed worthy of carrying that heavyweight championship long term here in the WFA. As he sent John Austin to the corner with authority, but John Austin now looking to light up the trainer, looking to light up his mentor here in Scott Reed. Now looking to shoot Scott Reed over, but Reed just muscles John Austin instead. Hard again into that buckle. Your back hitting two metal points there, protected by very light padding. It does not feel good. As Scott Reed looks to be humbling the champion, and Moshpit looking to get him some, but Reed having an answer for that as well. Maybe time for a suplex here, has Mosh up and sends him for a quick ride. And now the It Factor seems to have control of both men here. Very difficult in this three-way scenarios. Staying on top of both men, but Reed doing a fine job of it right now as, again, we've talked about that weight disadvantage, but leads to a massive advantage for somebody like Scott Reed, who can take John Austin as long as he wants up there and sends him crashing to the canvas too. And oh, the champion able to escape though. John Austin seems to be in a lot of pain here and in a lot of trouble. He has just been out-muscled by Scott Reed here for the last couple minutes, and now, oh, I thought we were looking for a pile driver. No, up for the power bomb. Oh, no, into the buckle. I mentioned earlier how much that hurts. Imagine with the authority coming down in a power bomb position. No protection with your feet. It's all steel. But John Austin has had enough of that offense, looking to create some sort of opportunity for himself here. And Moshpit instead calling both men in and able to light them both up with a knife edge chop, and now looking to take care of both men here at the same time. Moshpit looking here to seal the deal. Crashing down with a couple of Uranagis, and Moshpit is in the driver's seat, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to go up top. We have seen that senton. I see a little limp here from Moshpit. Maybe he has re-injured himself here, coming back a little soon. Of course, he had a glass vase smashed over his head. He went through a table to lose his championship. Who knows what kind of long-term injuries you're dealing with. Coming in, stage dive, misses. Center of the ring is Moshpit as John Austin looking to capitalize on that mistake. 2 and... Moshpit eliminated. We saw Scott Reed piling on top, adding more weight, more pressure to that pinfall. And Moshpit, one mistake cost him everything, and he is out of this contest. And now it is down to mentor and student Scott Reed and the Superfan John Austin. Heavyweight Championship on the line. Only one more pinfall or submission will decide the finality of this match as Scott Reed has the champion up, though. Superfan to his feet looking, nails the cutter. Ace crusher, more like face crusher. 2 and oh, I thought John Austin was able to squeak away there, but Scott Reed getting that right shoulder up. And after being tested by the very best in Brandon Locke, is Scott Reed looking to carry the banner of WFA into the future, as who knows what Adam Barasano has planned for the company. John Austin has taken a big beating in this thing already, and now that it's one-on-one, massive disadvantage here against Scott Reed, leapfrogging over Reed's attempt, but there it is, patented power slam with authority, sending John Austin around the world. And Scott Reed is feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. New champion perhaps in just a matter of moments. Oh! Ripped him in half with that spear, cover, high stack, 2 and on! John Austin able to get the left shoulder up at the last second, and Scott Reed a little dumbfounded here, very surprised by the gutsy efforts of John Austin, the champion. And the crowd can feel it. The momentum has shifted. Things are coming to a dramatic close here. Scott Reed sending John Austin to the corner. I thought he was looking to end it. Oh, but perhaps he is. He's been watching John Austin's matches. He knows the kind of gutsy performances the kid puts in. He knows what it takes to end it. Looking for something off the top there that would have absolutely been the end, but John Austin back to his feet, and now, whoa, back body drop, unique way when you don't have a weight advantage to be able to hoist someone like Scott Reed. You use gravity to do your dirty work, and that's exactly what happened there. Scott Reed dumped on the back of his head, and John Austin coming in with a high drop kick, rocking the challenger. Scott Reed coming in. John Austin, look at that! Great performance. Backdropping Scott Reed once again on the back of his head. Cover. High stack on that pin. There it is! John Austin hugging the official. He managed to do it. Caught his mentor off guard with that maneuver, using his own momentum against him, and Superfan John Austin is able to score a successful title defense against two of the very best. The crowd indeed has taken to Superfan John Austin to be the flag bearer of the company, and Scott Reed looks a little upset at how that match ended. Obviously looking to walk away WFA champion. But it wasn't a decisive victory. It was just getting caught in the moment. And I'd say it time and time again, all it takes is 3 seconds, and you see it in a moment like that. Scott Reed knocked on the back of his head a couple of times. And the student, a little bit of a stare down here. Scott Reed fixing up his gauntlets. Sizing up the champion, extending the hand there. Great to see that the sportsmanship remains, that the respect remains between these two. Scott Reed congratulating him. And what is next in the future of John Austin's title defenses? We've got a whole lot more coming. Make sure you subscribe for more WFA Reborn next week, ladies and gentlemen. The Women's Championship, Davienne and Nat Castle, one-on-one. You're not going to want to miss that. We thank you again for joining us for another great episode of WFA Reborn. We'll see ya next week.
Bruce Wayne, bring the ruckus, Wu-Tang.